Hey guys, it's Kaden, and today I'm going to be discussing the death penalty and why it is so crucial that it's abolished. The death penalty is the most extreme form of punishment, and it is assigned to criminals who have exceeded the normal life sentence limit. Those who are potentially a danger to humanity. So these criminals are those who have committed crimes such as murder, kidnapping, you get the picture. And basically, it is performed through lethal injection or electrocution, and according to ABC News, more and more inmates are preferring the death penalty to a life sentence because rotting in prison seems far worse to them than an instant death. And the death penalty is also allegedly painless, so it does not compare to the pain that these victims have most likely suffered, because if these criminals are facing the death penalty, they've most likely committed a brutal murder. And basically, if we're truly seeking equality for these victims, rotting in prison and being left with the guilt of these murders and just living the rest of your life not being able to set foot in society again seems far, far, far worse than a quick out. According to the American Civil Liberties Union, a nonprofit organization dedicated to preserving the rights granted to each U.S. citizen, the death penalty in the United States is applied in an unfair and unjust manner. People of color are far more likely to be executed than white people, especially if the victim is white. And we are dealing with life and death here, and you can't be wrongfully accused. Like, that is just not an option because it's death. Like, these people are dead, and it's much different than being sentenced and then released from a wrongful accusation, which, don't get me wrong, is still terrible and happens all the time, but this is death, and once someone's dead, there's no going back. And apparently there's a list of people that are exonerated from death row, meaning that they're released because they were not guilty, and the list grows up to 144 people, and we can dreadfully infer that there have been an unnamed number of innocents that have been executed. And Hugo Adam Badeau says that capital punishment wastes resources. It squanders the time and energy of courts, prosecuting attorneys, defense counsel, juries, and the courtroom. It unduly burdens the system of criminal justice and is therefore counterproductive as an instrument for the society's control of violent crime, basically saying that it is not very effective. Amnesty.org states that the amount of time and money spent in taking a person's life is greater than keeping them in jail. And I haven't talked about this yet, but taking this person's life is extremely expensive, and is it really worth it? Is it really worth killing a person? And yes, you may say that they deserved to die, but a fraction of our tax money is going towards murder. And it doesn't matter who they are when it comes down to it, it is still murder. And it is killing people for killing people. And it's barbaric. Well, I hope you guys have gotten some more information and a new perspective on the death penalty. And I just hope that it's caused you to think, and just about how, death may not be the worst option for these criminals, and the psychological punishment of just going over the guilt in your head, the residual guilt from these crimes that they've committed, may be far, far worse than death.